Hey everybody, it's Dallas42 back again with another 7 Days to Die video. It's the morning of day 13, and per our plan, we are going to spend this day and the next day working on our Horde base because the evening of day 14 is a Horde night, and we need to be prepared for that. Just take a quick look around here in the morning. See if we can get some cooking started. Kind of ran out of time at the end of yesterday, so just want to get our cooking going here. I could use some more of this pure mineral water. Any coal? Oh yeah, we got plenty of coal. Good. I need some of that. I need some of that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take those. Let's try to make... Let's just make 12 of these. That'll give me 2 more for my... Well, let's make it 13. Lucky 13. And then we need some coal over here. It's gonna be 27 minutes worth. And a pinch to grow an inch. Alright, then how about food? What kind of good food can we make here? Do we have enough stuff to make veggie stew? Corn. I don't have any mushrooms, but I think there's some on the wall ready to harvest. Let's find out. Boom. Lots of mushrooms. Mushroom room. Alright. So let's cook as many veggie stews as we can. That's gonna be... So looking down here, we got 46, 47, 48 or so minutes. So we need to make sure we have fuel for that much. And a little bit extra, just in case, because I've noticed that for some reason it often takes longer than you would expect it to. I got a steak and potato meal, but I'm going to save those. I don't like to make this one because, for one thing, it only gives you food. It doesn't give you water, where these like stews give you water also, I believe. And the steak and potato also takes potatoes. It takes mushrooms, and this takes away from our ability to do vegetable stew. Now what I'm really looking forward to is when we can get this hobo stew. We currently have food cooking of 26 and we need 35 to make this. But once we get this, like this uses rotting flesh, and it's like the best food. It's the best food pretty much that I've found. So once we get that, we'll be in good shape. But in between now and then, what else do we have here? We got... Oh, I didn't realize I had a meat stew I could have made. Maybe I should cancel these. Make as many meat stews as I can. Need some animal fat. I think the meat stew will be heartier than the veggie stew. Let's do that. 31, 40, 45 minutes or so. Okay, we should be good. And what else? Can I make pumpkin pie? Do I have the stuff? Or even better, the pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkins, I got eggs, I got cornmeal. I don't have any beer. How about the regular pumpkin pie? Enough to make one of those. How about blueberry pie? Blueberries? 4 blueberries, is that enough? It is not. Okay. Well, I think that'll do it on food for a while. And since we got an extra slot down here, let's just go over here and we'll put all these murky waters in here and get them going. So 35, 40, 50, 55 minutes, somewhere around there is what we need. There we go, that should do it. Okay, let's put everything away. Some mushroom spores I can hang up. Ammo. We want to make sure we've got, well, not quite yet, but we can go ahead and just take all this ammo because we don't want to forget it before the blood moon. Animal fat. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, what about prepared foods? So what you can do, if you want to compare your prepared foods, you can actually click on them here. It'll say, this one provides 45 food, 22 health, and 20 max stamina bonus. This one provides 10 food, 5 health, and 10 max stamina bonus. Vegetable stew, 31 food, 20 water, 15 health, and 20 max stamina bonus. This one we can just get rid of. This is garbage. We'll take it out and get rid of it somewhere. This one, the pumpkin cheesecake, gives 42 food, 21 health, 20 max stamina, plus 5 bartering. Red, oh, that's not food. These are just basic junk food here. I'll actually take these because I can use those first. I'm going to put that away for now. We'll work on these things that we have here. Okay, let's get to it. Want some of this, buddy? Come and get it. Come and get it. Gotcha. Alright, so our name of the game today is to get this Horde base back into shape. I'm in ammo conservation mode until Horde Night. I don't want to use any ammo until the Horde Night comes, because I'm going to need as much as I can get for that. Just want to make sure we're good. So if I hold these building blocks up here, and I hold R, and I go copy, shape, and rotation, it gives me this piece, which is the piece that I need. Sort of. Oops, that's not what I had in mind. I guess before I do that, I need to repair these pilings. That's why you always want to give yourself a little extra time to do your base repairs and upgrades, because things can happen and it can end up taking longer than you thought. Alright, let's go here. Oh no. Oh, I sprained my leg. Damn it. So, with a leg sprain, you don't want to run, because if you run, it aggravates it and it'll last longer. So I am not going to sprint here. I'm going to try not to sprint for a little while. Hungry. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to eat this charred meat. It gives a negative to water, but I got plenty of these purified waters, so it's not the end of the world. This might be the last time I eat a grilled meat, because now I have access to much better food. Alright, so those were the only pieces that were completely destroyed, I believe. So then my next step is going to be to repair and upgrade all the rest of the pieces. So we want at least wood, for starters. Let's just get everything else up to wood. Trying not to run here while I have this sprained leg. I don't think there's really anything you can do about a sprained leg. If it was broken, you could put a splint on it, or a cast. But it's not broken, it's just sprained. I'll go up there and do that. It's a little easier from up high. Coming at it with more wood this time, which is helpful. I'm still going to need to go get some more. Fortunately, I've planted this entire forest over here, so it's all ready to harvest. They're as big as they're going to get. Damaged, so that's why they're repairing first. Actually, that's something we should be doing too. We'll do that in a moment here. First, let's get all these things upgraded. First step, we want all these pieces upgraded. Everything up to wood at least. I think that's everything at ground level. If you're doing this and you see one that's not fully repaired, just go ahead and slap some repairs on that thing. We'll go back and try to double check after, but there's always a chance that you'll miss one, so if you see one while you're going through, just take a moment and repair it. It's good practice. Okay, I think that's wood around all the top. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get cobblestone on all the main pathways. So all the stairs and all around the top on this rail. We already got over here. We're going to check and repair them in a little while. But for starters, oh, I don't have any cobblestone. Okay. Did I forget to take it, or do I just not have any? Come on, bike. Oh, don't want to sprint because I'm aggravating my sprain. Always want to check your water dew collector and make sure it's not full, because if it's full, it's not going to collect anymore. I need clay, and I need cobblestone if I have any. I do have some cobblestone. I have some cement too. I think I can just use that to upgrade blocks even another level. And that resource is going to be scarce at this point in the game, but later on I'll get a cement mixer, and then I can use that to create more cement. But for now, we can put it on some of the most important blocks in the base. Okay, here we go with cobblestone upgrade. All the main pathways, stairways. Starting with the ones closest to the front of the base. Do I have a quest to turn in? Yeah, I do. Let's just go turn that quest in right quick. Since we're over here. Again, don't want to sprint because I have a sprained leg. It's a broken bone looking icon down the bottom left. And if you're not sure if it's a sprain or a break, you can go to here. And it says right over here, sprained leg. It lowers your maximum health, and jumping or sprinting delays healing or even hurts you. Further critical hits may result in a broken leg. We definitely want to get rid of that before the blood moon.
Morning. If you tried, didn't we agree your first job was going to be free? Damn, this is all I can spare.
200 coal sounds like a good reward here. Okay, so now he's... Oh, he does have tier 3 quests. Okay. Maybe it just took a little while for it to take effect. So I don't have to go all the way to the desert guy to get the tier 3 quest. So that's good, because that actually is... My plan was I want to tier up all the way to 5 here in the pine forest before we start venturing too deeply into the other ones. So let's take this one. D. Smith. I just can't remember what the name of my POI that I live in is, and I don't want to take that one and screw it up.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Word of advice: next time, bathe.
All right, we're not going to do that right away.
Job interview.
But it's just we'll have it for after the blood moon. In fact, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to just untrack that. So 32 out of 60. So we got to get up to 60 points, and presumably each tier 3 is going to give us 3 points. So once we get up to 60, we'll hit our next tier. And you can actually do the sorry, I had a brain fart there. You can actually do the tier 1 or tier 2 quests and still earn points towards that, but the tier 1 is only going to give you 1 point, and the tier 2 is only going to give you 2 points. Alright, so we are now out of cobblestone, and let's see if we can make more. We might have the things we need to make more. Let's just make as many of those as we can, less a few. Less a few because I want to have a few more stones in my inventory in case I need to repair a tool or something. Oh, we got an airdrop over here. Hey, you guys actually got to see that one happen. There it is off in the distance. You look at the map, it shows us that it's right down there. So next time we're over in that region, we'll pick that up. And I'm building cobblestones as we speak, so I should be able to... You can see them building up in the bottom right. So I should be able to continue my project here. going faster than they are. Alright, let's just give those a little bit of time. And while we're waiting for that, let's look around for repairs. You just hold your repair tool over the block and it'll show you, like this block right here. This is this grating. That one's at a reduced amount of health, so we just have to click it a couple times to upgrade. So you can check all these ones around your fighting position. These are the most important. And these ones also. Alright, we did pretty well on that. So then the next thing, I think I have cement, so I think I can upgrade these. Oh. Is that not it? Ah, yeah, okay. So cement is used to craft concrete mix, requiring a cement mixer. So I can't use it just like it is. I need to make a concrete mix out of it first. That makes sense. Now I remember. Alright, let's continue upgrading up here with cobblestone. If we run out of cobblestone, we're going to go down in our little pit that we're digging and continue working on that. Hey, my spraying went away, that's good. Okay, we still... Yeah, that's basically all of our cobblestone. So let's go over here and work on this pit some more. I want to dig another layer of pit right next to the other one. Same depth and everything for now. So I've got two things on my side now. I've got a better shovel than we did last week. And I've got that extra stamina recharge from my fortitude skill points that I've been putting in. So now I'm able to dig a lot more efficiently than we were able to last time. And what we'll do here is we'll just dig a little bit and get some more clay. And then we're going to go over to that big stone outcropping that we found last time. And we'll hammer some stone to get small stones so that we can build some more cobblestone. Because cobblestone requires clay and small stones. Widen this pit out a bit. I was thinking about this, and I think eventually we're going to have to make like a ladder on either side of this pit, because if we don't, we'll have to make these ramps so gradual that they'll go way out to the side, and it'll take the zombies too far away from our base. So I'm thinking we might actually want to not make the ramp any further than we already have. I think that's probably a pretty good size. So I just want to extend it basically out to where this next pylon is. So if a zombie falls anywhere in this area, they fall in the pit. And then going forward, we'll work on making the pit deeper. The zombies have a mechanic where if they fall, if they can't find an easy way up to your fighting position, they'll go into what's called destroy everything mode, and they'll just like go up to walls and structures and just start beating on them. So if they do that, and you're and they start beating on your base, they can cause a lot of damage. So the nice thing about having a deep pit like this is that if they eventually, if they get far enough away from you, like I don't know, it's like 13 spaces or something like that, then they're far enough away they won't go into that destroy everything mode. So if you dig this pit deep enough, any zombies that fall in there will not go into destroy everything mode, and they'll just start trying to get back to you. I think that's how it works, at least, if I understand correctly. I want to get 1,000 pieces of coal here, or clay, I should say. And then once I've done that, I'll go get stone. And then we should be able to craft a lot more cobblestone. Not the most exciting part of the game, but hey, if you want a strong horde base, this is what you gotta do. Okay, so one more layer here, and then I think we don't want to get too close to our little post. So I think this will be a good size. So this serves a double purpose. On the one hand, we get the clay that we need to build more cobblestone so we can upgrade our base further. And on the other hand, we create this zombie pit so that when they fall off of my fighting position, it takes them longer to get back to me, giving me a little more time to breathe, a little more time to reload my weapon or whatever I need to do up there. Let's just finish this one last row. I'm over 1,000, but let's just finish this one last row. It's a little tricky to dig in this game. It's not like Minecraft where you can easily see where a block is. You kind of have to get a feel for it. It takes a little practice. Alright, there's our zombie pit so far. It's looking good. If they fall off of there, they're going to fall in this zombie pit. I might want to dig it a little closer to my base, but we'll handle that some other time. Now I want to go over here to this stone outcropping and get us some more stone. I already have quite a lot, so let's get up to 1,000. While we're doing this, we can actually go in here and craft as many of those as we can, so they're ready for us when the time comes. This is basically where we're at with this. We just, until the blood moon begins tomorrow, we want to just collect as much of this cobblestone as we can and upgrade everything to cobblestone. It's starting with the stairs and the platforms on top where the zombies will be walking, and then continuing on to like the very foundational blocks of it, the level of the two lowest blocks on any extreme outside on the outside perimeter of it, so that if a zombie is down there and decides to go into destroy everything mode and starts beating on the wall, he's not going to destroy the foundations of our base, Because if they destroy the foundations, then the rest of it could fall down. We definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to keep going on this until that cobblestone that's building up down there gets to close to 500, because that's how many we built, somewhere around 500. So I'm just going to stay here and keep collecting stone until then. And then we'll go back over there and we'll start upgrading. Upgrade as much as we can until we run out of cobblestone. Rinse, repeat. Want to start at the top of the heap here, because if you hit something down underneath, the ones above can fall and they just get wasted if they do that. So I just want to start up at the top, work your way down. It's very convenient that these big stone outcroppings were here. I've had some playthroughs in the past where there's just no easy convenient stone nearby and you have to run all over the creation trying to find it. But this one has this one that I'm standing on, and that one over there should keep us good on stone. Plenty of stone to be able to upgrade our base. Pretty close on the cobblestone there. Let me hit this one more time, and then I'll go back over there. Alright. I have a much better feeling about this Horde night. We are in a much better position. We're much more prepared. This should go pretty smoothly. Just continuing to upgrade any of the areas where the zombies might be walking. Every once in a while they go into like they just start flailing about and they can hit the ground that they're standing on or nearby. So you want to make sure all these platforms where you expect them to be walking are upgraded as high as you can get. Right now for us that's cobblestone. That's a good looking zombie pit from up here. I think I might want to do a little closer to our base there so they don't fall on that lip and get stuck there. Alright, I think that's... Did I get all the stairs? I think so. I think that's all of that. Then the next step is going to be to go down here and continue upgrading around the foundations. The bottom 2 blocks all the way around like this. See, they've beaten on some of these blocks here, so if you make these cobblestone, it makes it that much less likely that the zombies are going to be able to break through it. They were definitely beating on stuff over here. Alright, that's it for cobblestone for the moment. So it's time to go back into... We are out of coal... no, we're not, actually. I can make more cobblestone. Let's do it. While we wait for that to craft, let's go in here and work on this pit just a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I want. That might be a little sketch. much does cobblestone make? It takes a lot more clay. No, it takes 1 clay and 1 small stone. So as I go forward, I want to collect clay and stone in approximately equal measures. I think this is going to work. In the interest of being able to continue making things, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get some more stone while we wait. What we'll do tonight after dark is we'll go back into our shelter and we'll just double check all of our crafting, make sure we've crafted up the best possible equipment we have, that we have the ability to make, and then we will also, oops, wrong button. We will also, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it wasn't too smart, was it? Okay. Hungry. Let's eat some of this canned food. And we've got enough cobblestone, we can start doing some more upgrades. Gained a level. We'll also check our experience points, skill points, make sure those are all distributed properly. Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier, is we can check our clothing that we have in our inventory, our storage back home, and make sure we are wearing the most appropriate clothing for Horde Night, because the Horde Night clothing might be different than the everyday questing type clothing that we wear. Let's go ahead and do some more cobblestone here. That? Lead. Alright. Now we've got all cobblestone on the front of our base, which is great. Let's continue working around until we run out of cobblestones. this point, I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to keep digging. Try to dig another layer out of this thing. Yeah, this is not the most exciting part of the game, but hey, it's necessary to get your horde base whipped into shape so that the next time the blood moon comes, you're completely prepared. You're not caught with your pants down, and you don't get mauled by the horde. So hopefully this investment of time and effort will pay dividends here in a little while. It's rewarding when you put a lot of effort into your horde base, and then you can watch the zombies come in the horde night and they can't touch you because your horde base is bulletproof. Something I wanted to do here is to put some ladders up here. Make sure they're oriented properly, like so. And we're going to put these on either side. Simple rotation right there, so the zombies can get out with no problems as we continue to dig this deeper. That way I don't have to continue to extend those ramps out the sides, because as this gets deeper, those ramps are going to have to get longer. And that's going to become a little untenable at some point. So I think just digging the pit just like this and putting those ladders in, except I should probably upgrade these ladders because we don't want those to get destroyed, otherwise the zombies will get stuck down here and go buck wild. Make sure these are cobblestone so they can definitely get out. This is something I learned watching other people's horde base builds on YouTube, and I've never actually tried myself, is to build one of these horde pits, so I'm excited to see how it works out. Okay, I'm going to finish this layer here, and then we'll go hit some stone, and then we'll craft as many more cobblestones as we can, and we'll apply one more layer around our base, and then we'll head back home for the night. I could work all night on this, at the risk of possibly having some zombie encounters. I don't think it's really necessary. I think our base is in a pretty good spot. gimmicky like that. Let's see if I can make this a little nicer. Why is it doing that? That's weird. You know, can they get out both sides? That's the important thing. Get out there. This one's hanging up. Something's not right there. Let's dig this little piece down. Building blocks. Let's make like 100 of these. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Of course, that's going to take forever to... Alright, anyhow, let's go over here for now.
Finish your damn business or come back tomorrow. If you're still alive.
I want to push it a little past dark, but we're not going to go too crazy tonight.
We're closed, so fuck off.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll just collect some more of this stone, and then we'll haul it in for the night. We'll craft cobblestone for tomorrow. And we'll go back and get to work on it again in the morning. Need to repair that and that. How much clay do I have? 967. So let's try to match it with stone here. And then after that, we'll go back home. Hey, I got a challenge for gathering stone. Just a loner, it appears. Should probably be snuck down in a stealthy mode at this point. One of those wandering bands comes by, it could be bad. So we want to also make sure we put a repair kit into our inventory for the Blood Moon, because the guns that we use, we want to make sure that we have the ability to repair those in the field in case we use them so much during the Blood Moon that they get damaged to the minimum. We want to be able to repair those on the fly. So I'm going to take at least one repair kit with us. I have to remember to put that in my inventory when we get back home. Almost there. Just a little bit longer here. Not the most exciting part of the game, but again, should pay dividends tomorrow. I think with all we're doing here, we should have enough materials to get the entire bottom layer cobblestoned, the bottom two blocks cobblestoned all the way around. Do a little bit more upgrades on our fighting position to make sure that's in ship shape. Okay, let's finish this node and then we'll go back, because I'm hungry and I don't have any more food on me. Alright, let's go get this bicycle. Take our bicycle home. Alright. At this point, I need some food. Necessarily that food though. Let's see. So I got a full stack of water there. We'll put another stack in there. Put this meat stew in there. So let's look. We got this one is good for 45, 22. This one's 50, 20 water, and 25 health. So this one's better than the blueberry pie. Meat stew's better than the blueberry pie. Let's just set them over here in the order of goodness. 42 health. 42 food, 21 health, max stamina bonus. So that's less than the blueberry pie. Food 31, water 20. So it's sort of like in this area somewhere. I think that's going to be the next thing I take. This doesn't give you quite as much food as some of those others, but it also gives you water, which is nice. So 31 food means that little timer on the left with a fork and knife is going to count from 31 down to 0 and keep nourishing me for that whole time. So that's a lot better than like the grilled meat and some of the things we've been using. Once we get to this point in the game where we can cook this better food, like it's really a game changer. Oh, I'm hanging on to that because I'm going to use that. Okay. We're making meat stew. We're making some pumpkin pie. Alright. Let's see here. What can we spare? Let's get rid of those. Put that in there. I can't use the cement we established. Don't need that coal on me. Don't need lead on me. Rest of that stuff. Antibiotics. I don't need 2 of those. Alright, so we wanted to look at our armor situation. Let's just take all the armor. Whoops, not that one though. Definitely don't want that one. Okay, then we're going to compare to what we've got here. So we're wearing this one, which deals more sneaking damage. That's not going to do us any good at all in the Horde Knight. So let's look at other headgears. We've got this one. Food, drinks, and drugs cost less. That's not going to do us any good on the Horde Knight. Protect your skull from incoming attacks. Add stun resistance. That will help us on Horde Knight. Discount on purchased items. Not going to help us on Horde Knight. So the Commando Helmet, it is. We are going to take this modification off of this one. Actually, what do the skills do? What does strength do? Raises headshot and dismemberment chance with shotguns, clubs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll continue. We'll put this back in our new headgear that we're wearing. Modify. Boom. Because that'll help with our pistol skills. Alright, next up. This one reduces incoming damage. That's really good for us. This one increases max health. That's pretty good for us. If we look here, we can see that it's going to increase our armor rating and our max health. But it's going to reduce stamina, mobility, and noise. None of which are important for us on the Blood Moon. So I think this is an immediate upgrade for Blood Moon wise. What about this one? This one's a negative to health and armor rating over what we're currently equipped with, and it faster critical injury recovery. Might be helpful, but if they get a critical hit on us, we're doing something wrong. So this one is an improvement on carrying capacity, stamina, mobility, and noise over the one we're currently wearing. Less armor and reduces encumbrance. Not important for Horde Knight at all. This one is same on all the stats. Increases max health versus this one, which increases max health. So these are both equivalent to one another. This one's a little bit beefier as far as durability, so I'll keep that one. Alright, Scavenger outfit. Increases carrying capacity, slightly increases armor rating, reduces encumbrance. That's not going to help us in the Horde Knight. So we're going to stay with this one, the biker outfit. And we'll go ahead and... You know, I don't need extra... I don't need that for Horde Knight. I'll just leave that on my Preacher outfit, because I'm probably going to put that back on after the Horde Knight. Alright, here we've got primitive gloves. Do we have any other gloves that would be better? I can almost guarantee you we do. Raider gloves. This one improves our melee weapon damage and our armor rating while reducing stamina, mobility, noise, and max durability. And it increases melee weapon damage, so that is a big upgrade, because if we need to use our knife, that would help. But what about this other one here? This one is Ranger Glove. Rifle and revolver damage. No, that's not going to be better for what we're trying to do right now. So we'll stick with this Raider Gloves. Boot-wise, we've got the Farmer Boots on, which adds a chance to gain a seed when harvesting. We could change it out for Nerd Boots, which improves safe fall distance and armor rating, and reduces fall damage. Now I'm probably not going to fall, but that would be better for Horde Knight than what we had currently equipped. What about this one though? This is the Preacher Boots. Decreases treated healing times of abrasions and breaks. Might be useful on Horde Knight. Improves crit healing. Reduces armor a lot though. So I think I'm going to stick with these Nerd Boots. And that's about it. So let's go back into the armor, and we'll just put these down here, because we know this is the lineup that we like to use for our everyday. And then the rest of these we can just throw up here. We'll just avoid resorting that until we go put that stuff back on. What about mods? Can we apply any mods that are going to be better than what we have now for the Horde Knight? This one's a faster reload. That sounds useful for Horde Night. That's not useful. That might be useful. We're probably not going to be doing a lot of aiming of weapons, so that's probably not very useful. This one's going to not be useful. This one could be useful. Maybe put it on the knife. Bleeding wound on a regular attack. I think we already have one of those on our knife, but if we don't, we should put it on there. A helmet light might be useful too. Actually, that reminds me, I should put a torch. I should build a torch, and we should put that up on our shelter just outside the front door so we can see the enemies better. Make 2 of them. Alright, as far as mods, this one only has the room for the one, so we're not going to be able to put the helmet light on there. But if we put these torches up there, we won't need it. This one is reload. Can I put it on here? Yes, I can. That'll make me reload faster. That sounds useful. The rest of these are weapon mods. So let's see, what can I put on my AK? I got the muzzle brake and the scope 2X. Scope 2X isn't going to be that useful for the Horde Night. What about this one? I got an extra mod slot. I can pop that right in there, and that means the pistol can hold more ammo. That's good. And then for this thing, I got a structural brace, so it lowers degradation, and this one causes a bleeding wound on a regular attack. This one will give me health when health is below 50%, gain 1 hit point every 5 seconds. I think this is going to be more useful than the fortifying grip for the purposes of the Horde Night. And I'll pop that back down there because we might want to use that after Horde Night again. And then these we'll just put back in here for now. Okay, so I think we're modded the way that we need to be modded. We need more fuel in here. For some reason, our fuel was not nearly enough. Need another 15 minutes or so. Alright. What about weapons? I could build a level 2, but it's marginal over the level 1 that I currently have. I could build a pistol level 4. I already have a pistol level 4. I could build more ammo, but I think I'm good with the ammo I have. Keep the pumpkin pie and the pumpkin cheesecake just in case, so we don't get hungry while we're out there. Got plenty of drinks. Before I forget, I want to go pop those torches up there. I might forget about it if I don't do it. Mind. So that way, when it's at night and we're looking out, the zombies will be well illuminated. Not that it's all that dark at night in this game anyway, but couldn't hurt. Alright, so we're going to leave it there, but first let's update our 15 through 19 quest, 20 to 21 Horde base. Okay, so we got our next week planned out for us. This day, when we log back in, we're gonna do our final preparations on our Horde base and get ready for the Blood Moon. After that, we'll spend the next several days doing just questing, tier 3 questing, and then days 20 and 21 we'll focus our attention on the Horde base again and get it ready for action again. So that's about it for now. We're gonna leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't the most exciting episode as we just kind of worked on our Horde base the whole time, but it's important, and you will find out tomorrow if our Horde base worked or not. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video or learned something, click the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Leave me a comment to tell me what you thought, and I will see you in the next one.